what up guys, it's Mitsuownes with you. In today's video I want to show you a mistake that I can almost guarantee most of us do, and it all comes down to how you're putting on your PSVR headset. Now you might be thinking, what is this guy talking about? I know how to put on my PSVR headset, and while I don't doubt that for a second, are you doing it correctly though? Let me show you what I mean. Here you can see me putting on the headset over my head. No big deal, we technically do it all the time. Here's another clip of me putting it on, and this time I'm doing it slightly different. So, did you spot the difference? It might be subtle, but believe me, in the long run, it can make a huge difference. Now, the difference was that in the first clip, my left hand was grabbing the main part of the headset, and the front part, if you will. And that is exactly the mistake that most of us do. And you might say, like, it doesn't really matter how you put on the headset, but it matters a lot. The fact of the matter is that it matters a lot, and I'm about to show you why. First of all, let's take a look at what's going on with the headband. A failure of the rubber is actually a very common thing, and the cause might be this exact mistake. If I hold the front part of the headset with one hand and try to put it on with the other one, there is too much stress on the rubber itself because of the angle we are exposing it to. You essentially end up tilting one part of the headset up and the other one down, which forces the whole headset to bend slightly, ultimately causing the rubber to stretch more without having a linear angle to it, which isn't even the scariest part. Even if you're one of the people who tore the band apart already, then you know the headset itself will be still working just fine, and you might have experienced once or twice that if you try putting it over your head, that the band itself will resist and is somewhat stuck. What do you do by default? You pull even harder, you yank even harder. Ultimately meaning that you bend the headset itself even more, and that's exactly when you could be breaking the whole thing. Basically, the entire electronic component of the headset, so the screen basically, the front, is attached to this little piece of plastic. And the more force it's exposed to, the higher are the chances for it to break. With all that being said, how do we avoid all of that scary nonsense I just talked about? Simply by doing what I showed you in the second clip. By not touching the front part when putting it on, but the upper part, which does not include any electronics at all. It's like plastic and just some foam. So if you're putting it on like this, it'll be way more gentle, first of all, to the rubber, and the headset will barely bend at all. So it all acts much more smoothly, and it will be thanking you in the long run. Once again, guys, it's safety first, and a mistake like that can mean game over very, very quickly, especially if you're a frequent user like I am. So better play it safe, better safe than sorry. But with that being said, that's permission for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Mitsuownes signing out. Peace.